Hey guys! So this call is going to be all about Facebook and Facebook groups and Facebook posts and how to work your Facebook. So Facebook is huge. A lot of people use Facebook for their business, which is awesome. And it's something that can be a little scary at first. I hated it. I hated posting at first when I first started being a coach, and if you know me now and we're friends, obviously that's not the case. But I was very nervous about posting because I basically went from never posting to posting like 3 times a day, which is kind of scary, for us looking at it from the outside. It's overwhelming and it can be intimidating, especially because a lot of times on Facebook you're friends with like family and people from high school and college, and you're like, these people are going to judge me. They're going to like think I'm just like this crazy girl who's like this new, like, I don't know. I was like, they're going to look at me like a salesperson, and they're going to be turned off by me. They're going to unfriend me. They're going to be nasty. And I still continued to post, and that wasn't the case, honestly. I feel like sometimes social media, it has become a way to express negative things that happen in your life instead of things that are very positive. And I think it's very refreshing and something different when you see somebody on Facebook posting positive things, and especially when you start to see somebody changing their life and sharing it. When I started being a coach, I signed up as a coach with P90X. And I was never a fitness person. I mean, people that went to college and high school with me probably are like, this girl's doing P90X? Like, who is she? Like, I mean, I almost failed gym class. I was not a fitness person. So, to see somebody that has never worked out before attempting to do pull-ups, I mean, they were assisted, but whatever, a pull-up in their basement and sharing that, like, that's crazy. Think about it, guys. Like, how did you, find us? How did you become a part of Beachbody? Probably an inspirational post, something caught your eye, and those are the things that you want to focus on. Honestly, if somebody doesn't like your post, they can delete you. There's a little button that says hide posts like this, and those people are, you don't want them anyway. Honestly, those people are going to be very negative, and I have had a few incidences where people, don't want to see your post, and that's fine. Just remove them. It's not a big deal. Those are people, you don't want that negativity, so it's almost like a blessing. So take it as a blessing, okay? Deep breath in. It'll be okay. And also another thing, not everyone's going to see your posts. People post all the time on Facebook. So one scroll through early in the morning, they might not even see you. So who cares? There's so many people on Facebook. So it's okay. And with Facebook, I love the 3-post rule. Post 3 times a day. Only once about anything Beachbody. So if you post about your morning Shakeology, don't post about Beachbody again the rest of the day. Especially when you first start out, because you're just introducing this lifestyle to yourself in general and to everybody else in your life and on your social media. So 1 post a day about Beachbody, and then the other 2 posts can be about anything else. It could be about what you're eating, your lunch. It could be about your kids. It could be about your car. It could be about how much water you drank. Like, who cares? It could be about anything. Just get yourself out there. That's all that those other 2 posts are doing. It's just showing that you are a real person. It's showing that you have other things going on, because obviously, you don't want to only look like this person that just works out. So 3 posts a day rule. Another really interesting thing about Facebook is sometimes if you just write a status post instead of uploading a picture, you get more traction, which is interesting. So throughout this week, play around with that. Maybe do a post about anything, your challenge group, how you love your Shakeology, your workout, what program you're doing, something. Actually just write a status post. No picture, just words. post it and see how much better of attraction you get versus a picture of the same sort of thing. I find that sometimes, depending on my topic, if it's just a word, like just words as a status post, I get more comments, more interaction than on pictures. So try to play around with that and see what works for you, because you might be surprised by your traction and what you get, your feedback. So play around with that this week, see what works, and also pay attention to things that you like. Facebook is really smart. It knows who you are, and those things on the side are gonna really help you. Those ads. See what comes up. Make sure you follow a bunch of people that you like. The top coaches, we listed those too, also in the Files tab. Make sure you follow all of them, or it's not in the Files tab. I think it's just in the post. Sorry. But just make sure you follow them and pay attention to what captures your eye, things that you like to see. I like very pretty girly things, but I also like things that are kind of badass, because I like to think I'm a little badass. So pay attention to those, because those are the kind of people that you're going to attract. Things that catch your eye are going to attract the same people's eye that you want to attract. So pay attention to things that you really like. I wouldn't copy it exactly. Obviously, don't copy pictures. Don't copy word for word posts. But you can tweak it a little to kind of make it your own if it's something that you really, really love. And if it's somebody that you know, like one of us, me, Stacy, Teeny, or Steph, if you like one of our posts, ask us. I let my coaches steal my stuff all the time. Steal it. Who cares? I don't care. But ask. Just, in case. So those are really great tips, for starting out. And don't worry. You'll get there. And Facebook has some really great tools also to expand your network. So what I love to do is kind of have like a Mac Daddy list of all of my network people, everybody that I know, people that I've talked to, just all compiled in this one Excel doc that I call my Mac Daddy list. And these are the people that I invite to challenge groups. These are the people that I invite to coaching. This is kind of like my everything. And eventually that list is going to run out, right? So you're going to need to constantly be expanding, making new friends, meeting new people. And Facebook is a great way. Facebook has groups that you can join, sort of like the one that we're in. Sometimes they're closed, sometimes they're open, so you got to just make sure. But what I want you guys to do is also make a list of things that you love. 10 things that you absolutely love to do. It doesn't have to be fitness related. If you like to garden, if you are vegan, if you have endometriosis or something, or another disease or an autoimmune disease, or if you're a mom, if you're a single mom, if you are very family oriented, if you like to travel, anything. I'm even in groups for hair because I love hair, and I'm in sunglass groups, and jewelry. I love jewelry, so clearly. So I'm in groups like that. Anything. And up at that search the bar at the top where you can actually search for things, type it in. Type in gardening. Type in organic. Type in vegan. Type in gluten-free. And it will allow you to search through all of these different groups. Join a few. This is how you're going to find people that are like you, which is what you want. This is going to allow you to meet new people that you would never meet any other way. This is a great way to build relationships, make new friends. So what I like to do is I like to go in, I introduce myself. I just recently joined an autoimmune disease group for people that are trying to stay fit. So if you don't know, having an autoimmune disease and being fit is very challenging. So it's like a support group. So I entered it in. I said, hi guys, my name's Meredith. I have endometriosis. I have been on a fitness journey, blah, blah, blah. Does anybody else in here have endo? Because it's not specifically for endo, it's just for autoimmune diseases. So that's a great way to meet new people. Comment, engage in conversations, ask questions, and then you can, from there, after you've had a few, back and forths with people, then you can send them a friend request, and you can continue that conversation in a private message offline. This is just a great way to build relationships. All you guys are doing is making friends. So just keep that in mind. You want to try to keep making friends, and that's a great way too, is with Facebook and through groups. And then also, Facebook is super good because you also have the opportunity to make a like page. So like page, I think, is kind of something that maybe if you have it now, that's awesome. If you don't, it's not necessary. I honestly just created a like page and started using it, and I've been a coach for 1.5 years. So it's up to you. Some people never create like pages. Some people only create a like page once they've hit their max amount of friends. You can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. So sometimes when you hit that 5,000 mark, then you need to do something else, which is totally optional. My only thing is, if you're going to have a Facebook like page, you should be willing to invest in it and promote it. Obviously, that's going to cost money. So it's almost like $10 a day. So if you're not ready for that investment, I would just say put it off until you are, because what's the point? You know, build up your personal page, get those engagements going, build up your network, so then that way when you do have your like page, you can promote your like page and be like, hey, follow me, I have a like page, and then you can get all those people over there too. But until you reach that point, it's not necessary. You don't really need it. It's optional, personal, it's up to you, whatever you like. If you do make a like page, think about your name, what you want to call it, because you can only change it once. Learn that one the hard way. You can only change it once. So make sure that you really like the name and you want to stick with it. And that's pretty much it for the like pages. If you know, some of us, Teeny has a great like page. She's got tons of likes. She really built it up, so make sure you check hers out. Ask her questions on how she built hers, because, you know, I'm not there yet. She's got, I think, maybe like 2,000 likes, which is awesome. So ask questions about Teeny if something like that is of interest to you that you really want to do. I think like pages can be awesome. And a great way, if you do have a like page, is make sure you tag yourself in some of the pictures in the post and share it on your personal page. That's a great way to kind of get interaction on both pages. So then that way your like page is being visible to everybody that you're friends with on your personal page. It's just a great way to kind of, you know, promote two things at once sort of thing. It's cool. So try that. Tag yourself in all Facebook pages, and share as much as you can personal. So one thing that I learned that I absolutely loved is turn your mess into a message. I like to keep that in mind. Your mess can be anything, not physically a mess. I mean, like for me personally, I was listening to a top coach speak at one of the Success Club trips down in Walt Disney World with Sarah Try, and she was just talking about her business kind of being stagnant, and she wasn't sure what was going on, and she just didn't feel like it was going anywhere, and she couldn't figure out why, and she was doing all the right things, but she wasn't opening up about her personal struggle, and her personal struggle was with her son, and he had a learning disability. So I don't have kids, but I can only imagine that it weighs a lot in your mind. And as she's explaining her struggles, you know, she decided one day she just was going to post about it because she was so fed up. So one day she just posted about her kid and the schools and, you know, whatever was on her mind. And in that moment, that's when her things changed. People started coming to her. People started talking. She was able to engage in conversations more, and with people that she didn't even realize were having the same issues as she was, you know. And I took that as a sign for me having to open up about endometriosis. And I never opened up about endo until I was a Beachbody coach for about 3 months before I opened up about endo. I never talked about endometriosis publicly before becoming a coach. I sat there and I was like, ah, crap, I have to talk about me having endo, don't I? And Sarah was just like, sorry, kid, you do. It was the most scariest thing I ever did. I sat there and I looked at my phone and I looked at my post for probably 45 minutes until Sarah took my phone and just hit send because I was just a mess. I was very nervous. You know, it's something very personal, something very private. But the amount of people that contacted me that I knew personally that also have it was mind-blowing. I mean, I'm friends with sister-in-laws, and both of those sister-in-laws messaged me privately saying they also have endo, but nobody else knows. So here is legit, like, family, two family members, two sister-in-laws, they're married to brothers, and neither of them ever talked about having endo, and they talked to me about it. Crazy. So, you know, whatever it is, you know, think about your mess and what you can do to turn it into your message, because that's when the doors are really going to open up, and you can't be scared. You know, I mean, it is scary, but once you open up, man, things change. And I've got so many of my girls in here in this group that are endo sisters. So one little post all led us together. And it's kind of like a ripple effect, and it's amazing, and it's soothing for your soul too. I never felt better about opening up about endo, and I'm glad I did. So those are my tips for Facebook. I hope you take them. I hope you wrote a bunch of notes down. Let us know if you have any questions. Make sure you ask Teeny any questions about the like page. Steph Cook also has a really great one. Let us know. Nicole's awesome too. Obviously Stacy too. But, you know, let us know. Questions, comments, concerns. Happy Facebook posting. And remember, 3-post rule. It doesn't matter if they want to unfriend you. You don't want them anyway. So don't be scared to post. Okay? Bye, guys. Thank you.